soldier incoming. Stay alive till time expires, secure redeployment. More points you earn, faster that costs. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy dropping into the AR.
Planting mine!
We've got 10 squads active in the field. Ground, move it! The rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunted.
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
Enemy soldier incoming. Drop headed your way. We're returning you to the front. Earn this. Special orders coming in. Locate and eliminate the target.
The fuck out of here, faggot.
Stand down. Get ready. You're redeploying.
Camping, bitch.
The enemy took that one.
Fucking beaner ass camping, bitch.
End quote. Shortly thereafter, a few more of the scout hunters left once again to trade in their trophies, but weren't able to do so without incident. While their return to the large party was thrown, what Chamberlain would describe as a proper orgy, and believe it or not, Blanton got so blitzed on tequila that he began preaching. According to Chamberlain, this was a real fire and brimstone sermon during which Blanton proclaimed that he and his men were all sinners and damned to an eternity in hell. He, Blanton, then knelt down and in well-chosen words prayed with all the fervor of a hard-shell Baptist preacher for the salvation of all. Suddenly he sprang up and, drawing his revolver, opened fire on us right and left. One of the Canadians received a shot in the leg, a gentle reminder to flee from the wrath to come. Judge Holden seized the madman in his powerful arms, laid him down and soothed him as a mother would a fretful child, and Glanton soon sank into a drunken sleep. End quote. So yeah, a real stable guy, John Joel Glanton. Totally normal, non-psychotic behavior. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, Glanton and his men wore down their welcome there in Sonora just as quickly as they did back in Chihuahua. That being the case, they were soon on the move yet again, this time in search of the mythical city of El Dorado, a quest that was somewhat derailed by a large contingent of pissed-off Apache. Samuel Chamberlain describes this attack in detail in his memoirs, My Confession, but long story short, although the scout hunters were initially taken by surprise, they still managed to drive off their attackers, momentarily at least. Only problem was they were still out in the open and highly outnumbered, so they beat feet, or hooves I guess I should say, for a grove of pecans along a creek bed some 2 miles in the distance. And that's when the Apache really came at them in full force. Of the 38 men who started for the grove, only 24 made it to safety, and of those 24, 7 were wounded, 4 of them fatally. Glanton urged his men not to open up fire until he gave the word, and that word came once the warriors were within 200 yards, at which point, according to Chamberlain, quote, a deadly volley was poured in, and then 12 of us sprang on our horses and charged at them before they could regain their ponies. The result was most glorious. We regained the grove without loss, while 17 Indians lay on the plain, and several warriors had to be helped into the saddle. The Apaches had had enough. Their sentinels withdrew, and the entire party disappeared among the yuccas and the rocks to the south. End of quote. But not a bad showing by the scout hunters, but like I mentioned a second ago, they had lost quite a few men, and of the 4 who were mortally wounded, Blanton ordered them to be put down like dogs, stating that not only was it a mercy, but that their injuries would put the rest of the men at risk. Lots were drawn the executioners would be, and the 4 wounded were then dispatched with Apache war clubs, an action later described by Chamberlain as a terrible sacrifice on the altar of necessity. Now, I don't know about you, but I plan on using that exact line anytime I have to do some trivial task that I don't feel like doing. Gotta wash the dishes or fold laundry? Just another terrible sacrifice on the altar of necessity. Following this battle with the Apache, the scout hunters had pushed west to the Colorado River where, at long last, they finally located the fabled city of El Dorado. Kind of. Truth is, there weren't no city of gold, but there was a very lucrative ferry business there in Colorado, not far from present-day Yuma, Arizona. Now, Yuma, or Fort Yuma, was first established in 1849 as Camp Calhoun. It also happened to be a very popular river crossing for would-be prospectors headed to California. Hell, there were so many people fording the river there at Camp Calhoun that the Army just went ahead and built a ferry. They would temporarily abandon the fort in January of 1850 and leave the ferry, which by that time was known as the Yuma Crossing, to an enterprising businessman by the name of Dr. Abel Lincoln, not to be confused with the future president. And Doc Lincoln did find it to be quite the prosperous affair. Dude was just basically printing money. Not only that, but he also got along well with the neighboring Quitson or Yuma people. At least he did before the unfortunate arrival of John Glanton. Now, at first, Lincoln, not really knowing who he was. Tennessee passed through a large group of migrating Americans.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
Fair in business. Much to John Glenn. Get a prospect to go. Or do a business.
Find the time to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown.
Fucking dyslexia. Fucking dyslexia.
Within days, it was started.
Dude, it shot.
Floated anonymously down the river. A soldier standing between the shoulder blades and clerical black, silent rider to the sea. End quote. Truth is, I'm not sure if anyone knows exactly who was responsible for Callahan's death. But historical sources do back up the possibility and his blame. Well, the union for about then that in all reality, had been working for Glanton. Whichever way it shook out, I think it's clear the tensions were mounting there in Colorado. Finally, one of the Bigfoot Sun chiefs paid the gang a visit looking to smooth out the pressure, but it weren't no use. Glanton declared that going forward, his men would kill 1 foot Sun for every person they dared bear. For a compliment. At this point, Glanton picked up a large stick and smacked it down over the chief's head, unwittingly signing his own death warrant in the process. Sure enough, not long thereafter, towards the end of April 1850, as the gang slept in a drunken midday stupor, Quitson arose in righteous anger, slaughtering Glanton and damn near all of his men. And poor Doc Lincoln fell prey to the carnage, his body thrown in a large fire right alongside Glanton's. Now, not everybody was killed. There were a few survivors like Samuel Chamberlain. Now, according to Chamberlain, he had been thinking of deserting even before the massacre. But another disgusting orgy was indulged in by Glanton and most of his band, which now numbered only 15. I had become so thoroughly horrified with the hellish deeds of my companions that dread feelings against the nightmare took possession of me, making my days miserable and my nights a series of fearful dreams. I sounded Ben Tobin, Hitchcock, and Long Webster of the subject of quitting the gang and going to the mines of California. They were as disgusted as myself, and we agreed to start whenever a favorable opportunity presented itself and formed our plans accordingly. End quote. And yeah, I guess that massacre at the hands of the Yuma presented such an opportunity. When the attack began, Chamberlain and his co-conspirators, Tobin, Hitchcock, and Webster, were all away from camp down by the river and were thus able to
Enemy
escape
dropping
the
into the
target.
AO.
Obviously, they were gone. Chamberlain and his companions began to flee across the desert. They were amazed to see a large form running behind them in the distance. Turns up to the chest. Just turned the favor by attempting to steal Chamberlain's horse and threatening to out him as a murderer. I'll spare you all the details, but long story short, Chamberlain and the others ended up leaving the judge behind, unarmed and on foot, as they themselves pushed on ahead to civilization. They're eventually rescued by some friendly natives, ironically, and as they're laid up recuperating, they're astonished to wake up one morning and find the judge right there in camp, just sitting calmly, seemingly no worse for the wear, cooking some meat over a fire. Turns out Holden had made his way to the village on his own. Upon arrival, he located Toby's mule, pushed it and burned I guess their hunger got the better of it, so they simply joined Holden by the fire and filled their gullets on mule flesh. It was to the following day that they departed the village, Sans Judge. On the third day, we decided to start with settlement. Go with us.
That's a camping bitch for you right there. Camping fucking cunt.
Weapons free. Hostile UAV overhead. Surveillance scanned you. Your location's exposed. Heads up. Aerial recon back for another sweep. Hostile UAV overhead. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down. You're in scanning range. Enemy has your location. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. We've got gas moving in. Target down. Marking the rest of them. Five squads still operational in the AO. Enemy airstrike in the area. Enemy soldier incoming. You've made it to
Man, get the fuck out of here. You fucking camping cunt, dude. You're a cunt.
Buy station prices are adjusted. Resurging. Go get your revenge. resurgence window is about to close. Gas is moving. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Three squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. No more second chances. Supply crates have been restocked. Load up. Gas is inbound. We've got 4 remaining. Stay sharp. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect. Gas is moving.
he ever gave any type of...
Had to deal with dogs real quick. Sorry about that, y'all.
Again,
Like and sub. Do LIT.
Let's go, bitches.
one old-timer expressed
Time to get these campers out the way.
Enemies dropping into the AR. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Damn, I wanted to shoot that copter out of the sky. Let's go!
Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires. Secure redeployment. More points you earn, faster that clock. Enemy soldier incoming. We've located the rest. Stand by for redeployment. Enemy squads active in the field.
Good camping, fuck boy.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Move it. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Updated intel on new target. Intercept and eliminate. Enemy dropping into the AO.
LTVR awaiting targeting data.
Setting mine.
Camping bitch. You camping bitch.
Failed. Objective lost. Get ready. You're redeploying. Enemy soldier incoming. Target's gone dark. Looks like someone else claimed your prize. You've got time for another bounty. Get it done.
Camping bitches. Look at you camping bitches.
Go get your revenge. Close. Back to standard procedure.
Camping fucking cunts. You're a bunch of camping cunts.
Fire sale active.
Camping fucking cunts.
Stand by. Enemy Playtime. Stand by for the war gun. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemy dropping into the area. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Bouncing, bitch.
1881, both he and Sandy related to the bust in town.
Bouncing, bitch.
Like I said, Sandy ain't damn criminal, so he naturally took the call to shove things later around. It's pretty much just me and Wade. Ended up getting into an argument with the shopkeeper. If the man's finger flung off the Charles Marshall Tucker, so his ass on the after he seen him, what she did, decided to kill him first. He too was arrested, Dan Tucker, and Southern Hill, last night, 2 a.m., and Vigilance Committee approached to a nearby state street. And minutes later, both men were unceremoniously jerked up into suspend the parameters. Mostly just to be a public nuisance, I guess. I may be wondering where Dan Tucker was when all this was occurring. And I wish I had an answer for you. At least one newspaper there are shells over comments for the Hawks. But it doesn't seem as if whether it's the the mob is also unknown. He has evaded technical design for at least 4 legit executions, one of which was the somewhat controversial double hanging of Lewis Gaines and Charlie Williams. See, Gaines was black and Williams white. I guess the good citizens of Shakespeare did much into the idea of an integrated execution, which may be about the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Was Charlie Williams a convicted murderer? Yes, he was. Did he deserve to hang for his crime? Well, that's up for interpretation, but according to the judge, once again, yes. There was no argument about that from anyone. Not a single person objected to Charlie's premature demise. They just didn't think that it was proper for Charlie to be executed alongside a black dude. Good God Almighty. I'm not joking, by the way. The people are still outraged over this that both Dan Tucker and Sheriff Whitehall received death threats. To their credit, though, the execution did go forward as planned, and Williams went a swinging right alongside of Gaines. That was in August of 1880. A few months later, Tucker assisted the good sheriff, and
Load that drop headed your way. Hostile UAV in the area.
He got drunk one night and took an axe to his slumbering partner, chopped him up real good like, and then crawled in bed with the bloody remains to sleep his drunk on. And although his execution was delayed due to appeals, Tucker would ultimately help with his hanging in March of 1881. After Dan cleaned up Shakespeare, he then set his sights on the new railroad town known as Deming. And just to give you an idea, Pastor Frew once wrote of Deming, quote, "The roughs and thieves are so numerous that no man ventures any distance from the village without his Winchester rifle, ready to repeat 12 to 16 times without reloading. With this element constantly on the watch for plunder, a man's life goes for naught." End quote. And yeah, Deming would remain rough until Tucker arrived and began patrolling the streets with a double-barreled shotgun. According to the Silver City Independent, he killed 3 men within his first 3 days in town, wounded 2 others, and within just a few weeks, he had jailed 13 members of the
Hostile UAV
just
in
1
the
month in
area.
town, the New Southwest and Grant County Herald would report that a perfect for the thereafter, towards the end of July, Tucker would end up making a trip west to Maricopa, Arizona on undisclosed
Enemy
business.
soldier incoming.
At least one researcher believes that this was on account of the mineral baths, and that Dan was seeking to treat some type of previously inflicted wound. Whether that's true, I can't say, but as you'll soon hear, Dan Tucker would be the recipient of several wounds sustained in combat. And he would travel back to Arizona on at least one occasion to seek the talents of a physician. Fast forward to September of 81, and Tucker was involved in 2 more deadly shootings there in Deming. Maybe. The dates are a little confusing, and it's hard to tell which killings occurred first or whether it was mistaken. But that said,
Gas is closing in.
well, killed one Charlie Hugo, who had been deporting himself in a riotous manner, who resisted arrest. End quote. Unfortunately, that's all we know. The next little fight, which occurred around the same time, was much more widely reported. It been an outlaw by the name of Jake Bond, along with 2 of his running buddies, arrived in town and began causing quite the ruckus, just galloping up and down the streets, firing off their pistols, and even going so far as to ride their ponies straight into one of the hotels. As soon as they emerged, Dan Tucker was waiting. That trusty scout is, and tried to make them throw their hands up. For the September 30th, 1881 edition of the Las Vegas Optic. Buckshot and Bond's body. The incident was grabbed the corpse. The other 2, seeing the fate of their comrade in crime, sought safety in flight, followed by a shower of bullets.
Camping ass fuckboy.
You're back on station. Go get after it. Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. Marking the rest of them. Enemy dropping into the AO. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your 6.
Camping bitch.
We're
Fucking camping cunt. Look at you, you camping cunt. Look at you, fat fuck.
Enjoy. Pronounced fatal. Now, luckily, despite the tombstone epitaph's unsolicited medical prognosis, Nathan would pull through. However, these wounds would prove to cause quite a bit of discomfort for the rest of his life. And if that ain't bad enough, Tucker's popularity would take a hit nearly a year later when he participated in the killing of a fellow lawman. The victim, James Burns, who kept the peace over in the nearby mining camp of Pashal, rode into Silver City one day and went on what author Robert K. D.R. Mint describes as a quote-unquote monumental drunk. And the more Burns drank, the more he got to play him with his sidearms, just taking it out and twirling it around like he was Johnny Ringo. This continued all of Thursday, September the 24th, all that night and into the following day, with Burns just continuing to drink and getting more and more belligerent. Worth noting that Dan Tucker was not the marshal of Silver City at this time. That particular job was being held by the awesomely named Gladius W. Moore. Both Moore and at least one of his deputies had attempted to disarm Burns, but he wasn't having any of it. Said that as a member of law enforcement, he had the right to retain his firearm, and that was that. Things finally came to a head later on that night when Burns fired off his pistol outside of the Continental Saloon, for no apparent reason other than just liking the way it sounded. He then strolled inside and sat down to play a few hands of poker. As luck would have it, sitting at that very same poker table was our topic du jour, Dangerous Dan Tucker. Next thing you know, here comes Marshal Moore, gun in hand and investigating that errant shot. He once again tried to disarm Burns, but the inebriated deputy basically just told him to kick rocks, nerd. In other words, folks and players,
Kick rocks, nerd.
Deputy by the name of John Gilmo talked Marshal Moore.
Shut up, nerd. No one can hear that.
Shut up, nerd. Situation. Moore did as Gilmo suggested, but no sooner was the gun back in the holster than Burns jumped up, brandishing his own six-shooter and aiming it right at the marshal. That's when Tucker sprang into action.
Shut up, nerd. Go outside, nerd.
Go outside, nerd. Yeah, go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless Chinaman's gone.
Ta-da.
Go outside, nerd. Yeah, go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless Chinaman's gone.
For deployment. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Come on, nerd.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Side, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless Chinaman's gone.
Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Kill kills to speed up the time.
Go outside, nerd. Go outside, nerd. You know what they want to hear your shine. Go outside, nerd.
The dawn of the 20th century, the quote-unquote Wild West was, for the most part, favored them. Billy the Kid, Wild Bill Hickok, and John Wesley Hardin were all sick of him. Up the Kong, distance on reservation, and the once vast prairie now overrun by civilization. The frontier, for all intents and purposes, had finally been tamed. But I guess no one bothered to tell Harry Tracy. Considered by some, over the course of the next 2 months, this whole thing will back over 1,000 balls, including the National Guard. And then he gave a case that would see at least 7 men gunned down. Those are papers in his time. In all the criminal lore of the country, there is no record equal to that of Harry Tracy for cold-blooded nerve, desperation, and the thirst for crime. Jesse James, compared with Tracy, is a Sunday school teacher. But who was the real Harry Tracy? Where'd he come from? What started him on a life of crime? And was he really the last of the Wild Bunch? My name's Josh, and you're listening to the Wild West Extravaganza.
Confirmed. We've located the rest of them. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Is that all you're gonna do, fuckboy? Is camp? Is that all you're gonna do, fuckboy? Is camp?
Nice, upstanding family. Sadly, not all of them.
Redeployment.
1889, with charge of collect finances for construction. And once Orlando obtained said money, Harry could have been around 13 or 14 at this time, and in fact, Orlando would pass away just a few years later in Kansas, having already remarried. And to be perfectly honest with
Losing ground, moving.
there are rumors galore, though. Boy, howdy are there.
You're redeploying.
Goddamn, fuckboy. Goddamn, fuckboy. You camping, fuckboy? Goddamn, fuckboy. Goddamn, fuckboy. You cheating, fuckboy? Well, guess what, fuckboy? Spamming you and you're getting fucking reported, fuckboy.
They say Harry killed a sheriff's deputy up in a big country and good background over and continued. And of course, on the way, he joined up with Butch Cassidy. Now, we're making a movie about it. 1982's Harry Tracy, the last of the Wild Bunch, starring Bruce Dern. Still alive, Bruce Dern. I went down a little rabbit hole, and damn, dude is 87 years old at the time of this recording and still making movies. Just this year alone, Dern has already appeared in 5 films. Very impressive for his age, and I guess it just goes to show that if you do what you love, you'll never need to retire. Don't see a lot of forklift drivers who are 87 years old. Wonder why that is. Now, as far as Harry Tracy goes, like I said, the stories abound. There's claims that he had multiple wives from Missouri all the way to Montana, that he was a Mexican, and of course that he was involved in scores of shootouts and murders all before the tender age of 20. And from what I was able to find, almost none of that is true, including the assertions that he wrote with Butch Cassidy. Per historian and Tracy biographer Jim Delunty, quote, Harry Tracy was almost certainly not a member of Butch Cassidy's Wild Bunch, though he has been reported as such so many times that it's nearly accepted as fact, end quote. Delunty goes on to write, this is the single hardest Harry Tracy myth to knock down, primarily due to so many other respected writers having also made the claim. Once again, to quote Mr. Delunty, everything written about Tracy's life, especially his early years, is a bunch of malarkey. His words, not mine. I gotta admit, it is kind of fun saying malarkey. Try it out. Malarkey. Don't worry, we will talk more about whether Harry did or did not ride with Butch Cassidy here very shortly, but needless to say, I did have a very hard time separating fact from fiction. So much so that I almost didn't even record this episode. Even a book I leaned on heavily while doing research, The Saga of the Outlaw Harry Tracy by James J. Nystrom, is very sparse when it comes to the details of Tracy's early life. Another title, Harry Tracy, The Last Desperado, by the aforementioned Jim Valenti, I believe would have proved an invaluable source, but unfortunately I was unable to.
That choir review was brutal.
We're gonna be underwater for weeks.
I'm already so pruny.
This is fixable. Just use Grammarly. We'll crush it.
I'm already crushed. I cannot be crushed any further. Spoke too soon.
Okay. First, use Grammarly's AI to sound confident so the team doesn't think you're drowned. Now let's get to that proposal. Grammarly can look through the proposal to find what's missing. Wow. Like in the intro. You need to show the clients what's at stake.
That took me 2 days to write. I had to go like 18 things from facts to focus on.
Well, now it takes 1 click. And look, Grammarly knows the audience is not technical, so it can take out the jargon and make benefits easier to understand.
Wow. I think our clients are gonna love this.
I'm gonna resubmit it. And with Grammarly working across 500,000 apps and websites,
We'll never be able to wonder again.
It's approved. I'll you. But hey, I think 8 exclamation marks might be overdoing it. Can use this one as well.
well, I appreciate that, Grammarly, but this is an 8 exclamation situation.
Yeah, so download Grammarly for free.
To get my hands on a copy. So my apologies in advance. This was one of the harder nuts to crack as far as origin stories go, but hopefully I didn't get too much wrong. And as tends to be the case, things do clear up quite a bit more as we progress. With that disclaimer out of the way, we also don't know when Harry Severance took on the Tracy alias, or why. Some say it was his middle name, and yet others believe that Tracy was his stepfather's last name, even though there's no documentation that his mother was ever married to anyone named Tracy. Who knows, man? Maybe Harry just thought it sounded cool, which, I mean, come on, kind of does, right? Now, despite what you may hear elsewhere, Tracy's first known crime appears to have occurred sometime when he was around 19 or 20. He had still been living in Wisconsin, right next door to his mother. You can find him there in the 1895 census, but he soon joined a threshing crew working over in the Dakotas. Harry asked to borrow $2 from a co-worker, and when the loan was refused, he simply went ahead and took it anyway, and ran off just like his father before him. From there, it looks like Tracy headed all the way to Spokane, Washington, where he took up employment as a lumberjack, before being ran out of town after getting caught dilly-dallying a married lady. There's evidence that he spent that winter in Montana and then possibly back to Washington, where he operated as a thief in Seattle under the alias Tom Bliss. Luckily, by the summer of 1897, things do get a little easier to track. Tracy, who would have still been in his early 20s at the time, for sure made his way down to Utah, where he got himself arrested for robbing a store in Provo. He would be tried, found guilty, and sentenced to the Utah State Penitentiary. Not a very long incarceration, though. As you'll soon hear, Harry Tracy was quite the escape artist. He and a friend, David Lant, would bust out of the clink sometime in either late 1897 or early 98, drift east to an isolated mountain valley known as Brown's Park, or sometimes referred to as Brown's Hole. Now, this area is located on the Green River in the extreme northeastern portion of Utah, northwestern Colorado, and south central Wyoming. It's where the Bass Ranch was located. Shout out to the historical hotties Ann and Joseph Bassett, along with the infamous Jarvie Trading Post. And the park also just happened to be a favorite hangout of Butch Cassidy's, which is at least part of the reason it's thought that Tracy once rode with the Wild Bunch. And speaking of that, to be fair, there are just so many references to Harry Tracy being a member of the Hole in the Wall gang, or at least being an associate of other members like Flatnose George Curry, that one has to assume there must be at least a little truth to it. But like I mentioned earlier, historian Jim Valenti disagrees. as does Butch Cassidy biographer Richard Patterson. Speaking of Tracy, Patterson wrote, quote, "With one exception, nothing suggesting a connection has ever been uncovered. Terry Ross Boren, the lone exception, says his grandfather, who was supposed to have known Butch, claimed that Butch personally ordered Tracy to leave Browns Park." End quote. All other references to Tracy being part of the Hole in the Wall gang come from newspaper accounts years after the fact. And nobody, so far as I can tell, has been able to locate any additional hard evidence. Is it possible that Harry knew the Wild Bunch, or even brushed shoulders with Butch Cassidy during his brief stay in the Brown Park region? Sure. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that they never rode together or conspired to commit crimes or anything like that. What we do know is that Tracy and his jailbreak buddy Dave fell in with a couple other hard cases, one of whom, Pat Johnson, was wanted for a recent murder. They had it in mind to flee south together for Robbers Ruse, but Sheriff Charles Neiman out of Routt County, Colorado, had other plans. He and his men soon located the bandits, and following a brief gunfight, and saw posse member Valentine Boyd shot dead by our very own Harry Tracy, the wanted men finally surrendered, Tracy doing so begrudgingly. Now, this was in early March 1898. Harry and Dave were locked up in the Routt County Jail, but just like back in Utah, it would be a very brief stay. A few weeks later, on the morning of March 24th, the outlaw duo managed to slip out of their cells and overpower Sheriff Neiman. Truth be told, Flag being held at the Merrill home, and Dave was apprehended. Wrongly assuming that Tracy had snitched him out, Merrill let the authorities know that Tracy would be arriving shortly for a visit. The cops take the place out, and sure enough, here comes Tracy, completely unaware as to what had transpired in his absence. An arrest was attempted, which led to a short gunfight between Harry and a lawman, before a nearby butcher got involved and took Tracy down with a blast from his shotgun. The end. No. Sounds pretty severe, but the outcome was slight. Pellet simply glanced off Harry's skull, momentarily stunning him long enough.
Hey, you camping bitch.
Evidently, he was fed up with people stealing his shit. Now, Harry was found guilty of robbery, but somehow, while waiting his sentence, he got his hands on a pistol, and he wasted no time in pulling it on a jail guard and demanding his immediate release. Screw fell to his knees and begged Tracy not to kill him, but held firm and refused to open up the cell. Said he'd rather die than do that. And Tracy, realizing the futility of the situation, simply let the guard go. I guess he figured that even if he killed him, he'd still be locked up in the jail. So
bitch.
Point. And with an extra charge to boot, which he ended up getting anyway. Other guards arrived and began shooting towards the cell. Tracy returned fire, but once again, what's the point, right? Harry surrendered, and on top of that 13 years he got for robbery.
Where you at, you camping bitch? Hey, you camping bitch. Come on, join the game, you fucking camping bitch. Where you at, you camping bitch? Hey, you camping bitch. Oh, you playing Fortnite because you a fucking minor, dude. Guess what? You're getting fucking banned, you piece of shit. You better watch some streams, you fucking camping cunt. Dude, you're fucked. You're fucked, bro. Go fuck yourself. You're getting mass reported. Goodbye.
Located outside of Salem, was originally built in 1851 and is still in operation to this day. Not sure what the current conditions are like, and I damn sure don't want to find out, but they weren't all that great back at the turn of the century.
Dunzo, bitch.
Punishments were the norm, and prisoners were sometimes even murdered by guards. One gruesome killing in particular is worth mentioning. Now, this did take place a little before Tracy arrived, but I think it'll give you an idea of just how cheap life was there at the Oregon State Pen. Consider yourself warned, though. What you're about to hear is not for the faint of heart. All right, I don't want to hear no complaints about your grandkids hearing this. A convict by the name of Delmain was given 10 lashes for the whip as a form of punishment, and as he was cut down from the whipping pole, he struck out defiantly at one of the guards, which resulted in him being tied right back up for an additional lashing. They say Delmain's screams were mere whimpers by blow number 55, yet the guards kept on. 20 lashes more and Delmain was altogether silent. Still, the man of flogs, the guard with the whip was called, continued, raining down blow after blow until he had delivered a horrific 100 lashes. Delmain was then tossed into solitaire with zero medical treatment, and it's there he languished in extreme agony, living only on bread, thin broth, and water for the next 30 days. How he survived that long, I do not know. As it were, he had gone completely out of his mind with pain, and when the guards finally came to fetch him, was found huddled in the corner of the cell, cursing and spitting. The doctor was summoned, and it was determined that the lashes had penetrated all the way to Delmain's spine. To restrain the tortured inmate, his hands were then chained behind his back, and his feet fitted with heavy lead-weighted boots. And then, of course, they just threw.
That's how you get rid of camping cunts, dude. You just mass fucking report them. I don't give a shit. I gotta do it one at a time, dude. Fuck them all.
Enraged, the guard that proceeded.
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing.
Man, how'd I get in here with a fucking cunt team member, dude? This bitch probably can't fucking cunt.
He's just regular leather shoes.
Oh, he's already dead. Go figure. Oh, and he's wearing a bitch ass fucking girl outfit. Fucking cunt.
cunt faggot. I got a cunt faggot team member.
It was going to take a whole hell of a lot more than
Keep up, you cunt faggot. Good bounce, bitch.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring
Of course I'd be playing with a fucking douchebag.
Set a drop point for your squad soldier.
Bitch ass pack. Bitch.
Day when it's time to go to work, they have to shove their legs in front of the line to make sure they first is going to after nearly 3 years behind bars, Eric Tracy found himself standing there in the Oregon State Penn Foundry, looking down at the beautiful well in Chester. Guards didn't know it yet, but within mere moments, convict number 4088 turned his prison into a damn
Enemy soldier incoming. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Tracy was quite literally planning on shooting his way out. His first victim was one of the guards assigned to the foundry. And smoke when Harry approached, yelling out, "Back in the day, now it's mine." Tracy.
Good camping, fuck boy. Sweaty cunt.
Enemy dropping into the AO. All stations, we are green to go. Stand by to deploy. Your squad mate went AWOL. Resurgence time number 2.
How the fuck did I get a team? I got a bunch of fucking cunt fucking campers.
Resurgence. Stay alive. Keep the squad in time.
Keep up, you queer bitches.
Enemy soldier incoming. attack map to hunt down the rest of them. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
You fags just finger fucking boxes or what, dude?
Face, it gave us members in a buggy.
Get out the way, faggot. Fucking box fucker.
They just ship a buggy still moving. Even or not, this crews work around the
Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hot.
He was also just constantly doubling.
Stand by.
Also, for what it's worth, with all that fuss, some can't that's true, I can't say. All I know is that
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
That night, they wood, and despite the best efforts, were literally surrounded by all classes. Really much big amateurs and more than a little drunk. So they were able to break through a lot of pickets the next morning, regardless of the ineffectual fire and process. Still able to double back a little while later, possible of their guns. Meanwhile, the citizens of your base just watched in astonished amusement as the posses just kept running this way and that, and failed and frantic efforts to get in front of the wanted men. Later that evening, Tracy and Merrill were spotted once more in the field, and the logs would be assembled. Even as it may, Marion County Sheriff Frank Durbin was extremely hesitant to order his men to thick underbrush, fear an ambush. Nonetheless,
We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Spread out over a few miles in a large semicircle, along with militia manning all roads.
You camping, buddy? You camping, buddy? You camping, buddy? You fucking queer cunt? You camping, you queer bitch? You camping? You camping, you queer bitch? You camping? Hey, you fuck, you camping? You camping, you fuck?
And from there, the manhunt just turned into a polar shit show. I think there was eventually somewhere around 500 men scattered over the whole countryside. Civilians carrying everything from grandpa's old squirrel guns to the more black powder relics.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Most of them were slapped from. Finally, Sheriff Durbin disbanded everybody and sent them home. Felt like the fugitives were headed for Portland anyway, and there was no sense in trapping them out the wilderness and risking the possibility of shooting at each other. Durbin thought the best bet was just wait for Mary and Dave to resurface, at which point, for the most of it,
Damn, bitch, you still camping? You still camping, bitch?
we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery of most orders.
Got my land next back.
Camping, bitch. Camping, bitch.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Over the city, Milwaukee, and Selwood without any far reaching the floor.
Camping, bitch. Camping, bitch. Here's your camper, dude. You're a fucking camper right here, dude. You're fucking camping cunt. Camping cunt, dude. You're a camping cunt. You're a cunt. You're a cunt. You're a cunt.
Got loose though, and the authorities were alerted. And once more, but the search continued. Tracy and Dave still stopping at various
Camping, bitch. Camping, bitch. camping, bitch.
Squadmates are in the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
But for the most part, Harry made no bones about his identity, and oftentimes introduced himself simply as the convict Tracy. From the Columbia, they pushed up to town in the center, about 20 miles north of Vancouver, and from there, just steadily heading north.
Camping, bitch. Lodi camping, bitch. You're a bitch, dude. You a bitch.
Then rush like hell with bloodhounds. Dogs pick up the scent for a couple of miles, and then nothing. Rinse and repeat. Finally, after about a month on the lam, Tracy shows up in Olympia alone.
Deserter left your squad. We'll redeploy you faster to make up for it.
Once done with his meal, there's still a couple of horses and make his way to southern shore.
Good, that bitch can beat it. He's a fucking camping cunt. Good camping, fuckboy. Good camping, fuckboy.
Fire sale active.
What a camping fuckboy. Look at the camping fuckboy. Look at the camping fuckboy. Dude, and my team member, the faggot fuckboy camper. You fucking faggot. You fucking queer bitch faggot. Camping, motherfucker. You are a camping bitch. Hey, faggot team, why don't you fucking do something, you fucking cunt?
Win this thing.
Look at Frosty moving like he ate fucking 10 king dongs, you fat fuck. Let's his dumbass waste money and look at him, look at him, look at him. Look, let me look at everything. Let me look at everything. I'm fucking retarded.
Weapons free.
Taking just 8 steps, he himself will
Fire sale's done. Prices are back to normal.
And Tracy unenthusiastically agreed. Instead, satisfying himself by taking pot shots at the seals swimming near the shore. A little while later, while passing point finds, tugboats get straightforward.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is you have reinforcements inbound.
It did, and waving the grass by. That evening, they got from a huge short sound.
Enemy soldier.
Set up on foot towards the suburbs of Fallon. The travel carried the night much to get left in the war. And after they were breather on the railroad tracks, the two men bid each other adieu, saying that he was headed to Seattle and to hold up Francis. Frank Scott would immediately quit his job. But here
bitch, dude. You're a camping bitch.
Valiant effort. Keep your head up.
He also was cursed to songs like Baby Shark.
Hendo the Beaner.